If you've ever had a normal week and then something breaks, you already understand the entire point of an emergency fund. Meet Lisa. She's doing what most people are doing. Working, paying bills, trying to stay on top of everything. And then, on a random Tuesday, life happens. Her car starts making a sound it's never made before. She takes it in, and the mechanic hits her with that sentence nobody likes. Yeah, you're going to want to fix this. Lisa doesn't have extra money sitting around for random surprises, so she does what most people do. She puts it on a credit card. Now it's not just a car problem. It's a money problem. And it's a stress problem. That's what we're solving today. Not getting rich, not investing, not optimizing, just building the thing that keeps a small problem from becoming a financial emergency. By the end of this video, you'll know what an emergency fund is in plain English, what counts as a real emergency and what doesn't, where to keep it so it's accessible when you need it, how to build it even if money feels tight, and how to rebuild it after you use it. All right, let's make this practical. Quick note. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, a CPA, or an attorney, and this isn't financial, legal, or tax advice. Full disclaimer is in the description. Let's keep the definition simple and useful. An emergency fund is money you can access quickly for essential, unplanned expenses. That's it. It's not an investment account. It's not a vacation fund. It's not treat yourself money. It's a buffer that turns oh no moments into okay, I can handle this moments. Because life will happen whether your budget is ready or not. People get stuck because they don't know when they're allowed to use the fund. So here's the rule Lisa uses. Before touching the emergency fund, ask 3 questions. 1. Is it necessary? 2. Is it urgent? 3. Is it unplanned? If the answer is yes to all 3, that's what the fund is for. If it's planned, it's not an emergency. If it's optional, it's not an emergency. If it's I want it, not I need it, it's not an emergency. That filter alone clears up a ton of confusion because the goal is a safety net, not a second checking account. Most people think an emergency fund is about saving money, but it's really about preventing a chain reaction. Without a buffer, one surprise expense can cause missed bills, added debt, drained savings goals, and a month that feels impossible to recover from. And here's the part people don't say out loud. Stress makes you make worse decisions. So the emergency fund isn't just money, it's stability. It gives Lisa options. She can pay the surprise cost without panic. She can keep her bills on track. And she can avoid turning one bad day into months of cleanup. Now the big question, how much should an emergency fund be? You've probably heard the classic advice, save multiple months of essential expenses. That can be a great long-term target, but if you're starting from zero or money is tight, it can feel impossible. And when a goal feels impossible, people don't start. So Lisa doesn't start with one huge target. She builds in levels. Think of it like a ladder. Starter buffer covers small surprises that would normally go on a card. Stability buffer covers a rough month without chaos. Core buffer covers a bigger disruption, like a temporary income drop. This does 2 things. First, progress feels real fast. Second, you get protection sooner, even if it's not fully funded yet. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is to climb one rung at a time. Here's the practical method. Lisa doesn't base her emergency fund on her total spending. She bases it on essentials, the basics that keep life running. So she lists the keep the lights on expenses: housing, groceries, utilities, transportation, insurance, and minimum required payments. And this is the number that matters because if Lisa ever has an income disruption, the emergency fund is there to keep essentials paid while she stabilizes. And if Lisa is newer to all this, she starts with the starter level first, then builds upward as life gets more stable. That's how you make it doable. Next question. Where should Lisa keep this money? 3 words. Separate, safe, accessible. Separate, so it doesn't get accidentally spent. Safe, so it's there when she needs it. Accessible, so she can reach it quickly. For most people, that means a savings account that's easy to access. Lisa isn't trying to maximize returns with this money. She's trying to make sure it's available when life punches the calendar. This is sleep well at night money, not let's take risks money. Now let's talk about the real-life situation. What if Lisa feels like, I can't save, everything is already spent? Here's the mindset shift. You don't need to build the whole emergency fund today. You just need to stop being at zero, because zero means every surprise becomes a crisis. Lisa starts with an amount she can do consistently, something that doesn't break her week, and then she scales up later. Progress beats perfection. Even a small buffer changes how you experience life. It turns I'm stuck into I have a plan. This is where most people fail. They rely on motivation. Lisa doesn't. Lisa sets up an automatic transfer into her emergency fund, not because she's super disciplined, but because she knows she's human. Automation removes decision fatigue. It turns I should save into I save. And when her situation changes, maybe a tighter month or a better month, she adjusts the amount. The system stays. Saving becomes a habit you don't have to think about. If Lisa wants this to grow faster, she uses a simple trick. Windfalls. Not money that was already needed for bills. Windfalls like a refund, a bonus, a gift, or rewards she would have wasted on random spending anyway. Even using part of a windfall can jumpstart the fund, and that jumpstart matters. Once you see the fund growing, it gets easier to keep going. Momentum is powerful. It turns saving from a chore into proof that you're building stability. Now here are the traps that keep people stuck. Trap number 1. Calling wants emergencies. A sale isn't an emergency. An upgrade isn't an emergency. A weekend trip isn't an emergency. If you do that, your emergency fund becomes a second checking account and it never grows. Trap number 2. Keeping the fund too easy to spend. If it's mixed with spending money, it will get spent. That's why a separate account is such a big deal. Trap number 3. Trying to optimize instead of build. The emergency fund isn't about perfection. It's about protection. Build the habit first. Make it consistent. Then optimize later if you want. Because the biggest mistake is waiting until you have the perfect plan to start. Eventually, Lisa will use the fund, and that's not failure, that's the system working. Using your emergency fund means you avoided the worst-case version of the problem. Then, Lisa flips into rebuild mode. She restarts the automatic transfer. She rebuilds the starter level first. Then she climbs the ladder again. Emergency funds aren't a one-time achievement. They're a tool you maintain. And every time you rebuild it, you get better at the process. So what should Lisa do this week? Here's the simple plan. Step 1. Create a separate home for the fund, a place that's accessible, but not mixed with spending. Step 2. Turn on automation. Even a small recurring transfer builds momentum. Step 3. Pick the starter rung, not the final goal, the first rung, because the first rung is what stops the zero buffer cycle. And once Lisa isn't at zero, everything gets easier. She makes decisions with less panic. She recovers faster when life hits. And she stops paying the stress tax through debt and fees. Here's the takeaway. An emergency fund doesn't make life perfect. It just makes life harder to knock over. It buys time. It reduces panic. It protects your future plans from today's surprise. If you want more deep dive, no fluff content on money, freedom, and designing your life, explore the other videos on the channel. And if you want to go deeper than we can in a single video and actually follow a strategy to improve your financial situation, I put everything into a book so you can apply this step by step. It's called Fire Movement. Stop trading time for money and build freedom. A finance guide and workbook to financial independence and retiring early. It's practical, it's structured, and it's built to turn fire from an idea into a plan you can follow. Inside, you'll find worksheets to dial in your numbers, clear action steps so you're not guessing, and quick quizzes to make sure it clicked. There are also real-life scripts, like asking for a raise and having money conversations without freezing up, and step-by-step tools for reducing debt, tightening your budget without feeling miserable, and sticking to a system long enough to see results. So if you're ready to move from I get it to I'm doing it, grab the book. The link is in the description. And if this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Thanks for your time.